First of all, I would like to communicate certain provision, which is one of the most important chapters in particularly in entrytest. Okay, I would like to read that of the first comprehension, first passage. The famous movie star regarded her mountain cabin as dash. She shall save there from the annoying dash of reporters and photographers. Now there are 5 options. We have to fill that of the 2 options into the blank. Now there are 5 options. Again I would like to repeat. First, a retreat writings. Number 2, liability prime. Number 3, C, an excuse adulation. Number D, a heaven intrusion. Number E, and occupation attentions. Now there are 5 options. It must be our first and foremost concern that we should try to solve this question in a very fast movement. Okay. So there are 5 options. Again, I am of the opinion, and I would like to give you the hint. I would like to give you the hint. In a sentence, one word, one sentence, or clause will help you to find out your answer. So it is, that of a small passage. There are 3-line passage. I would like to hint you towards, that is one of the most important word, phrase or clause. Now I read. The famous movie star regarding her mountain cabin as dash. She felt safe. She felt safe is our indication towards our answer. It will help us to find out our answer. Or in other words, is a keyword. So when I say she felt safe, on top of that this is positive word. If it is positive word, then we should try to find out that of the positive option. So we should try to go towards that of the positive option. Let us analyze. A retreat writing, this is not positive. Liability prime, no. An excuse adulation, one is positive, the other is negative. Excuse is that of the negative and adulation is the positive. So the D is our answer. D, that is heaven, means safe place. Intrusion means who try to indulge that of others without any permission. So our option is D. D is our answer. The congressman promised that he would consider all viewpoints and that he was willing, not only to discuss his proposal, but to dash it. Now there is one option we try to fill in this passage. I read that of the 5 options. First, A, amend. B, take. C, silence. D, accept. E, approve. Now before I tell you anything, I would like to say one thing which will help you to find out our answer as we have earlier done. One word, that of phrase or clause will help us to find out our answer. Now I read. The congressman promised that he would consider all viewpoints and that he was willing, not only to discuss his proposal. Not only to discuss. He want to do something more, something better. So not only but also is trying to communicate something opposite. So I read again. The congressman promised that he would consider all viewpoints and that he was willing, not only to discuss his proposal, but to amend it. Amend it means to do something better. So A is our answer. Now I shift towards the third one. The ombudsman was critical of the city's law enforcement agencies for the dash of their effort to stem the increase in criminal activity. Now this is a small passage. Okay? In this small passage, we should try to first of all find out, in other words, I am of the opinion it's a technique. It helps us to find out our answer. And what is the technique over here? And what the word will try to help us to find out our answer? That is, I read again. The ombudsman is our indication towards our answer. And second, critical. Actually, why he is critical? That of the ombudsman. Ombudsman is the person who tries to solve the solution of the people when people feel any problem from government agency or public institution. So there are two indication towards our answer. Which are the two indications towards our answer? The ombudsman. Okay, I have earlier explained what is ombudsman. It was critical. So critical is our indication towards our answer. How critical is our answer? Because he is not satisfied with the enforcement of the things. So that's why I would like to read it again for your satisfaction. The ombudsman was critical of the city's law enforcement agency for the dash of their effort. It means the ombudsman is not satisfied. When he is not satisfied, he is critical. When he is critical, he feels something, doubt and things like that. So we have 5 options. A, renewal. B, inadequacy. C, rejection. D, ratification. E, model. So we have read out of 5 options. Out of 5 options, there is one out of indication when you try to stress out of the word critical. And ombudsman. Why is critical? Because the work of these agencies is not satisfactory. So D is our answer, inadequacy. Now we shift towards the next one. I read the fourth one. The review board ruled that the internal behavior had been dash, semicolon. He had violated the high standards required of members of the profession. Now in this context I would like to communicate one thing. And what is that? That sometimes punctuation plays one of the most important roles. And what is punctuation over here? That is semicolon. And sometimes semicolon or punctuation will help us to find out our answer. But over here I would like to read it again and tell you the word which helps you to find out your answer. The review board ruled that the internal behavior had been dashed. He had violated the high standard. Our indication toward our answer is high standard. Violated the high standard. It means it is something ethical, unethical. In other words, I am of the opinion. So when a person is trying to violate any standard, it means he is trying to do something against moral. So again I would like to read that of the 5 options. A, usual. B, extremely. C, laudatory. D, unethical. E, ineffective. So our answer is D, because he had violated the high standard. Who tried to violate the high standard means who is not ethical, who is not a man of moral. So our answer is D. Now I shift towards the next one. Critics dash the play and describe the playwright as prolific, brilliant and dash. Now I would like to give you the 2 options over here. Okay, what are the 2 options? The first, over here, if you try to analyze the word prolific and brilliant, prolific is adjective. It tries to define the critic. Okay, prolific, brilliant and dash Again, I would like to use adjective over here. So we should try to find out which is adjective. One thing, and second thing, which is also very important, critic dash the play and describe the playwright as prolific, brilliant, and critics of the event, that is something positive. He wants to applaud, he wants to appreciate, he wants to say something positive out of this thing. So I would like to read out of the 5 options. A, acclaimed, incisive. B, berated. I would like to tell you berated is a negative, so we out of the B. And then C, praise. Praise is also out of the positive word, but project is a dull. A project means dull. So that is not our answer. Again I shift towards out of D, welcome. Welcome to some extent is a good word. Derivative is quite opposite. So the E one is censured is a negative word, which is not our answer. Our answer is that way. As I have earlier pointed out, that brilliant adjective, prolific adjective, and we need one adjective more. And I would like to read that way. Acclaimed and incisive. Incisive is also adjective. So A is our answer. Now I shift towards the next one. Because of her dash use, the professor frequently found herself defending traditional values. Now let us analyze what is the most important thing, that is defending traditional values. Who is trying to defend traditional values? That is the indication towards our answer. And the status quo in argument with her more radical students. Now I would like to read 5 options. A, liberal. B, extreme. C, conservative. D, unorthodox. E, economic. Again I would like to shift that way. Defending traditional values. Who is trying to defend traditional values? Who is conservative? So C is our answer. C is our answer. Conservative is a person who is trying to communicate the old value, who try to defend the old value. Now I shift towards the next one. The dramatist lived dash life and his fame was achieved dash semicolon. Few people have ever heard of him, comma, or his works, comma, until several years after his death. So over here, its indication, the word which tries to help us to find out our answer is several years after his death. You should try to find out the one word of several years after his death. So I read the 5 options. A, hapless, effortless. Number B, an obscure, posthumously. Number C, an infamous, gradually. D, a monastic, publicly. E, an evenful, prematurely. Now again I would like to read for your facilitation, for your harmony, for your comfortability. I would like to read once again. The dramatist lived dash life and his fame was achieved. When his fame was achieved, dash, few people had ever heard of him or his work, comma, until several years after his death. Until several years after his death. It means he got popularity, he got fame, he became renowned after his death. So B is our answer. Posthumously means after his death. So its answer is B. I read again. The dramatist lived an obscure life, means nobody knows about this person during his life, and his fame was achieved. Posthumously, after his death, few people had ever heard of him, comma, or his works until several years after his death. So its answer is that of a B, an obscure and posthumously. Now I shift towards that of the last one. The first word is despite. Despite his usual sensitivity to criticism, the commissioner did not dash his position on the issue even after he was dashed in the press. So, before I tell you that is your answer, try to have this thing in your mind, that despite and although, try to give the contrast. One is positive, the other is negative. So let us study the last one. Despite his usual sensitivity to criticism, in spite of the fact that he was very much sensitive towards criticism, but then what happened is that, the commissioner did not dash his position on the issue even after he was dashed in the test. Now we read that of it, 5 options. A. Dwell, approached. B. Abandon, ridicule. C. Alter, acclaimed. D. Explain, covered, relinquish, subsequent. So we should try to read once again. Despite his usual criticism the commissioner did not alter his position, on the issue even after he was acclaimed. He was acclaimed in the press. That's all. सर जी आखिरी में कोई डाउट है कि हम बात नहीं कर